Hey, this is Jack from BCO Farm. Just want to give a quick tour of our kiwi vines. What I'm looking at here, that's actually 5 kiwi vines, 4 females and 1 male. It's pretty big. And those poles are what's left of what used to be a batting cage that we had from my son's baseball days. We took the net down, but we left the poles and I've used those to tie wires for the kiwi to climb on. I'm going to try not to trip on some garden beds. This is right next to our old kitchen garden, which has now been taken over by the chickens. We're in the process of moving the kitchen garden closer to the house, some of it in the swale berms, some of it in the backyard. But you can see those are kiwi vines that have climbed along the wires. If you look underneath, it might be hard to see, but those are the base of the vines. They're about 6 years old. But what's cool this year is, for the first time ever, we have a lot of flowers on these. I'm very hopeful that we're going to get a significant fruit harvest this year. Since we had a little bit of a tragedy a few months ago where a hawk killed some of our chickens when I had them out in here, I've actually built this series of wires between the poles, and I'm encouraging the kiwi to climb along the wires just to increase the amount of cover the chickens have, because I want to be able to let them out a lot more. They love it out here with all these weeds, and you can see some kale growing. There's our first asparagus bed. They dig in there some, but they don't seem to really bother the asparagus. There's a few herbs over here. But basically, I'm not growing any of our vegetables in this anymore because I've just found better places for it. But hopefully in another year or so, these wires will be covered with vines. And I'm not sure if the camera does justice to the number of blossoms we have on here. There's a carpenter bee, one of our pollinators. They're anxious waiting for these blossoms to open. But there you can see some. There's some over there. They're basically all over this. I'm going to try to walk around the other side without tripping. This is the chicken run. Hi, girls. They'll get let out later this afternoon. I let them out late in the day, so they're not out too long, but they get their fill of weeds and bugs. But I usually do it when I'm able to stay in the area and keep an eye on things. There was a big hawk circling overhead earlier, so don't want to lose any more hens. You can see a lot of just how many flowers are on the vines up here. And I've let the vines climb across onto the run, give them more places to climb. And in the summer, that'll give the chickens more shade. And right over there is our chicken composting operation. The kiwi vines have grown all over the top of it. And then over there you can see just how big these have grown. So when I first heard about growing kiwi in Georgia, I thought, what? But we'll reserve judgment until we get a really good harvest. But it's certainly looking good now. Yep, you can hear the ladies. They're anxious to get out for the afternoon. Hi, girls. Hi. I bet they'll like the extra kiwis that drop on the ground. So, that's all for now. Until next time, from BCO Farm.